Hey friends, I'm back with an acrylic painting today. I've been feeling a little bit burnt out lately and I just decided that I wanted to paint for a whole day, so I did. So this painting is a Draw This in Your Style challenge by little.yeah on Instagram. There were two different variations, but I decided to do this one because I thought it was a little bit more interesting and I thought I could play around with it a little bit more. So the original design featured this cute little Japanese scene inside a suitcase, and as I was sketching this out, I was also going to do a Japanese design, but I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it, so instead I decided to do a painting based on one of my favorite book series as a kid, The Chronicles of Narnia, and this particular drawing is based on the second book, which is The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. So I'm not very skilled when it comes to acrylic painting, but I have found that I've been enjoying it a lot more, and my, I guess, technique for acrylic painting is literally just to color or fill in every piece with one color. Like, I don't really do shading or anything, I just do solid colors. So for this design, I tried to incorporate the major events and locations in Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. I took a lot of inspiration also from the movie that came out. I think it was in 2005, I don't quite remember. But you can see bits of that in the illustration as well. So on the left side, inside the suitcase, we've got Lantern Waste, which is where the iconic lamppost is in Narnia, or on the edge of Narnia, and on the right side we've got Aslan's camp. In the middle I've put the stone table cracked in half because I think that, that was the climax of the book, very important and significant part of the story, so I wanted to put that as the center. In the top part, I've got Cair Paravel with the Four Thrones, and behind that I've got the hills with the White Witch's castle in the background. I also really wanted to incorporate some of the gifts that the children got from Father Christmas, so I've got Susan's horn there, Lucy's cordial, and I've got Peter's sword and shield as a little keychain. And since Edmund didn't get anything, that little container with the bow on it on the left is going to be Turkish delight. Obviously I couldn't make the designs as elaborate as they are in the movie, so I really simplified all of the designs for these things. The suitcase is inspired by a vintage style because at the start of the story the children are sent away because of the World War. So it really reminds me of the part where they're waiting at the train station, holding all of their bags and everything. I also added a green scarf because Mr. Tumnus wears a scarf, and I know it's red, but I just felt like it would clash too much with the cordial, so I made it green instead. I'm pretty sure he wears a green one at the end of the movie. So I think I spent about 6.5 hours painting this, and coming up with the sketch took 2 hours, I think. I am quite slow when it comes to painting and drawing. It's something I want to improve on this year. In saying that though, I really do enjoy the process, so I've never really felt like there was a huge rush. Especially when I'm just making things for myself. I wasn't quite sure if I wanted to leave the background white or fill it in with a colour, but since there wasn't much blue incorporated into the painting except for the sky and the castle in the back, I decided I might as well paint the background blue, and I think it makes a really nice contrast against the brown and this colour scheme that I've used here. In hindsight, this probably would have been a nicer painting if I did it on a bigger piece of paper, because this was just an A4 sketchbook and I put in so many little things and you can't really even tell what they are when I'm painting them. So I'll keep that in mind for next time. I don't really have any smaller paintbrushes than the one I'm using predominantly in this video, so maybe I'll have to invest in some if I want to do more of these kind of paintings. I've really been enjoying the look of thicker outlines as I paint, because without them, all of my painting just looks like random miscellaneous blobs. You can't really tell what they are, but I think once I put the lines in, you can kind of see what everything is supposed to be, even though the lines are quite messy. I've also noticed that I'm a lot more lenient with myself when I'm doing traditional art as opposed to digital art. So for example, I'll notice that there are things that are wrong, but I just won't be bothered to fix them because it takes a lot longer to correct the mistake as opposed to pressing Ctrl Z. So if I was doing this digitally, it would definitely look different. It would definitely look a lot neater. My lines would definitely be more even. There's also just a lot of mistakes, like things aren't exactly straight or correct, but that's okay. I've probably said this before, but I think the little mistakes and stuff add a sort of charm to the painting. So I had a really hard time painting the thrones. I don't know, I didn't really sketch them out properly because I didn't know what they were going to look like, and because of that, when I painted them, I just made it up on the spot, and they kind of just looked not great at all. I had to go over them, I think, 3 or 4 times, because when I would do it again, I would just feel so frustrated and didn't like the way it was turning out, so I painted over it and tried to do it again and again and again. The first attempt, it made it look like that they were, I don't know, like stone coffins or like toilets or something. I don't know, that's what I saw when I saw them. So I rubbed them out. And then there was just so much build-up of paint and stuff on that area that I just gave up after I think the 4th one and was like, yep, that's it, this'll be it. I kind of ended up cheating, I guess, as well, because I could not paint the lines that thin, so I ended up using a fine liner, which then got ruined. I also decided to do the typical sparkly elements that I put in like every single drawing I do, just because I don't like having a plain background. And this is supposed to be a magical environment, so add a little bit of magic into it, you know? So overall, I'm not like super happy with this painting, but I think it looks really cute from afar. Like if you look up close, you can see all of these mistakes and stuff, but from afar, it looks pretty cute. So, I don't know, I'll give it that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, thank you so much for listening to me talk. I really appreciate it, and let me know what your favorite book series was as a kid in the comments. And I'll see you next time, I guess.